All right, yo, we're back in the realm of Jak and Daxter for probably what is like the 10th time. Welcome back, everybody. When you guys see this on YouTube, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell icon. We're jumping right back into Jak and Daxter, the Precursor legacy, just for like old times and everything. You know, I felt like they should have added subtitles, though, when they remastered this. That would have really slapped with the first game. But every one of these intros, iconic as ever. And 2001 is when this game came out. 20 years later, we see Jak and Daxter out here. Yo, we got a $5 donation on Twitch from Sencha. My wife wanted me to donate this. Holly said, thank you for being my husband's hero. Don't slow down, get better. Sencha, Chinaka, thank you so much. Yo, the hype on here, the legacy of Jak and Daxter is really cemented in this fandom. And I gotta say, I'm thankful for it, and I fucking love all of you. You guys got me just so excited, man. Let me see this. Do they have a date on this? This is the last time I played it, but I was like, yo, I gotta do this one more time. Gotta do it one more time. Base cam and everything, you know? And I was like, man, this is 20 years later. This game is just that good. And do you ever see games like that?
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness?
Oh hell yeah, this is great to play off the Namek grass, yo. I'm high as fuck with this.
And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of Green Eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Jak's biceps popping. The shadows on the PS3 version is really clean. Yo, look at that. I think the last time I played was the PS4 version. That was a port of the PS2 one, right? Oh man, these two should have returned. These two, I always wanted it.
Search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Why does he have like
Deal
asthma
harshly
attacks?
with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
That's Skull's sister, right? I was like, did y'all smash?
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps.
I wanted more backstory on them.
Huh?
This always had a Crash Bandicoot vibe,
Stupid
this area.
precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble! Ow!
I would hate Jak forever. You just
Man,
killed
that
him,
stung.
bro.
I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened.
Fucking neutered your bro.
What? Okay.
Does that
I'm
hurt
fine.
me?
I'm fine.
I have no peanuts. Ah! How did he not get them all massacred right there? That was not a stealth mission anymore, bro.
What in green tarnation information do you two want?
I'd be panicking too. I'd be
Don't
tripping.
tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
Yo, this game holds up well. Look at, this is 20 years later. Look at this game looks clean.
Needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eagle.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement.
Oh!
Besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north.
Man.
Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the three sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield.
Jak
I
1
just
Kira
happen to be
is
working on
top
such
tier.
a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells.
Yo,
to
all
give
the
enough energy
Dragon
to
Ball
establish
parallels, we're gonna name
energy.
this off while we
Is
go
that
into this. But
right,
yo,
Dad?
this is like Master Roshi and
Kira,
Bulma.
that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or two stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just
Iconic
give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick.
Jesus,
and I bet
sweet.
there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
The Let's Play Abby Curse strikes again. Yo, so for a second.
Come back through the warp gate until you find all 4 power cells on this island.
For a second, we got a scare there on the street, but yo, he just really told me stay the fuck away from my daughter. All right, wait. Just give me a second. These camera options, this got to get flipped real quick. All right, so we're on Geyser Rock, iconic. This whole screen and everything, dope. Yo, even back when we started this, like when they show you the whole world that you can explore as a kid, I was like, yo, I'm a kid in Southside Jamaica, but I got all of this to explore. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is my world now. And I basically lived it. Basically, that's what it felt like. They poured their soul into this game.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time.
Okay, I
during
said
your
for
quest.
Sakura. Everybody does. Yo, them having, like, this is like ancient village shit, but then we have floating, I don't know, droids that follow you and can videotape everything and she can see everything I'm doing, some stalker, creepy girlfriend shit. Yo. That was the cool thing you knew right away about the world, that it's something else. Like, it's futuristic plus all at the same time. I love that.
Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
First thing you gotta do is get eaten by the shark. Damn, I kind of want to karate kick it. But yeah, all the Dragon Ball and Jak and Daxter parallels, I'm naming them all. Yo, Blake in the chat on the Twitch side says, Saiyan power. Time for that yearly dose of Jak. Let's go. Thank you so much for that, Blake. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Power cell, the most important
We're having such a hype night on Twitch, guys. It's amazing.
You need to collect
I
20
love
of
it.
these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
For the A-Grab Zoomer. So it already felt like this is matured Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid. I think that was my first thoughts. I was like, this is how you would make Crash Bandicoot like with a correct story. It felt like it was a more refined version of that as a kid right off the jump. It was like Crash Bandicoot meets Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
And think about Crash Bandicoot. He was the man back in the 90s. Yo, he was the fucking man. That was like the first PS2 game I ever played, Crash 2. That was the one that everybody had for some reason. And yo, I always say this, but little kids back then, yo, the game of telephone with little kids, word travels, bro, because little kids like us, without the internet, without any of that shit, learn stuff like in Pokemon games, yo, for you to duplicate Pokemon, moving, especially in Gold and Silver, by putting a Pokemon in a different box and turning your game off while it's saving and shit like that, you can duplicate your Pokemon. How does a kid learn that in the hood? That shit just travels. But that was the thing, and everybody was playing Crash Bandicoot at the time. It was like everybody was living the same lives, but in different houses. It was ridiculous. New Eco.
Blue Eco, which contains the energy
The human
of motion.
power-up.
Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them. Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power. This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
The music is calming too.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
You know what I didn't get? Why didn't they... I guess... Okay, now I remember. Why they didn't want to port the PS3 version is because, I guess, the punching thing in this game. So, like, if you punch straight a bunch of times, sometimes they can randomly punch you backwards. At least in Jak 2, that happened a lot. And that's what kind of broke the game. So I see why they brought the PS2 version to the PS4. But, like, it kind of sucks that we can't play this on the PS5. That's super deep, your red eyes. Best music in the whole game. Yeah.
Good work.
I think Jak 2 has the best.
The door to open. With Blue Eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
I'm trying to absorb like as much as I can about this area.
Are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
I was happy we actually had a health system in this game because Crash Bandicoot was just the mask. Yo, imagine this on the PS5. So if they remaster this with like Uncharted looking graphics, I guess, with water physics, imagine Jak actually getting wet, no homo, with the water physics and stuff, having a wet outfit.
Then jump again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Camera's tripping out on me. Let me get two more. Boom. Guys are rock with the 50-50. Boom. Easily 100% in the first area. Hey, Paul. Hey, man. It's the VGA Awards. They still got to me a little bit. It's in my head. Oh, man. If y'all was here during that was a hell of a stream. Everybody pop it off. Go back. All right. Give me your daughter. How much did you pay for a Jak 4? I'd pay the full price if it wasn't made by the modern Naughty Dog. No Abby's, no Owens.
Good training.
This I just see Kira.
That's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. You got the moves, eh, Jak? We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now,
Yeah, those video games always drown in my head.
Get out of here!